All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my fellow defenders to my YouTube channel, and of course, this is Chris. I hope everybody had a good weekend, and mine was definitely a learning experience. If you watched my past video, first off, I want to welcome our newest member to adding videos. His name, I think it's Jacob. Please forgive me if I get it wrong, but he just made a video last night. And he's another addition to this channel, so I'm starting to see people want to climb on board, so thank you. Also to Mateo, 311. I put them, if you decide to make videos and you want to be on this channel, if you'll see on the front page of this channel, you'll see where you can also go to their channels as well if you want to get more or additional information from them. This is going to be like a private community, only it's not that private because we are all going to work together. So now that you see that there are other people that want to climb on board, anybody, please, if you want to have your message heard and we can all unite together, I'm going to make this extremely easy for you. You can ask the two gentlemen that joined on board what they think about this and how I've treated them. All you have to do is send me a video of yourself telling me why you want to be on this channel, what you're going to contribute, so this way I could see that you're somebody genuine and not some troll trying to get into a system. And then what I do is give you the password to this channel, and we are on the honor system, so I'm asking for honorable people, and you can post your videos. And as long as you're spreading truth and you do it respectfully, I want to turn this into something really big. So you got to start somewhere. So I've only been here, this channel, for about less than 2 weeks. It's been a week and 2 or 3 days at this point, and I've already got 2 people to join on board. I have another on the way, and we'll see where it goes. So I can guarantee you, as more and more people want to be included in this community, I really see big things happening for this movement, and we got to do it before it's too late. We see already some of the impacts that we're making around the world. And you also notice it's non-violent. We've had thousands of years of violent movements, and they've gotten us nowhere but having our children, our family members, our friends all dying because of it. So the days of shooting guns in the air and dropping bombs on people have to be over if we want to take this over. There was a video that Mateo sent me about people taking over a court, and they had the legal right to do it, and the police tried to arrest somebody, and they actually won. They didn't fight. They actually talked about it, explained to the cops the true law. They actually unhandcuffed the person. Now, I don't want to know what happened then because the video cuts off, so Mateo, you got to make the longer video because it was actually an attention grabber, but, it's like, movie stopping before you find out who was the bad guy. But the point of the matter is, the people did it peacefully. They talked to the cops and explained to them by their British common law they had every right to do what they did, and they weren't going to let the cops leave. One cop tried to leave, they banned him from leaving. And you know what? No heads were bashed in. No shots were fired. No punches were thrown. So we have to understand, guys, this is the time where we have to show them that we're better than them. Just because they have more money and more power does not make them any better than you and I. We're hard workers. We are people dedicated to the truth. We care for our animals. We care for our friends. We care for our people. So for us to go around shooting people sends a message that we're no better than they are. You can't fight fire with fire. You put out fire with water, or you take something and cover it, and you put out the flame. But if you're taking fire and putting it into more fire, you create more fire. And that's what they want, because the more angry people get, and if somebody takes a gun and starts shooting everybody, what do you think the governments are going to do? Create more laws to protect us. And it's just a way to say, well, see, you guys can't be controlled, so we have to do the controlling for you. We have to treat you like babies. And we don't want that. So believe me, yes, there are frustrating times, and I understand the anger. I definitely learned the lesson of be careful what you ask for, because you may get it. I made a couple of videos that you guys can see on this channel talking about how I don't understand why people get angry. And I questioned that a lot, because I basically woke up between late February and early March of this year. And before that time, I was just a regular Joe Schmo. The point of the matter is, when people gave me information, I accepted it. I didn't really get angry over it, or I didn't make fun of the people or say, oh, you're crazy. I appreciated the fact. I thought of it as, wow, somebody's looking out for me. And then when I started giving out the messages, I got some hateful responses, and I couldn't understand it. Well, last night, be careful what you wish for, you may get it. I found my enlightenment. I watched a video about, near the end of this video, there was some cruelty to animals. And if you watched the video last night, I was so emotional about that. And I thought about it all night. I didn't go to bed until 6 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. Just the sound of that dog ringing in my ear, it just brought me to tears. But I understood, because you know what? I felt angry. I wanted to kill the people that hurt those animals. And you know what I thought? I said to myself, I wish I would have never seen that video, which means I want that, facade over my eyes. But I don't really want that. But now I got it. Why some people, when they hear the truth, they get angry at people like me and people like you. Because they want to pretend their world is safe. They don't want to have that stuff in front of them because it makes them feel guilty, makes them feel weak, makes them feel vulnerable. And that hurts, because then and nobody wants to know their world is a lie. And I had to face my demons last night with it. And I had some very good people on my channel with gave me nothing but support on that one. So I thank you for those people that did that. Especially, I think it's Mac Paul. Forgive me if I get it wrong, but he sends me emails all the time. And you're not bothering me, my friend. I'm just so busy with all this other stuff, I haven't really had time to respond, but it's appreciated. So please don't ever think you're bothering me. But the support I got was overwhelming. But I learned it. Enlightenment sometimes, like that's what the title was in that last video, that enlightenment is a hard road, because I was in pain last night. That resonated through me in a way that I couldn't even understand. And then the enlightenment came when I understood that this is why people get mad. It's because they want to pretend their world is perfect, that roses grow and the government cares about us and money will last forever. And if you open up that curtain and you see death and decay and murder and lies and deceit, when you care, it hurts you. And people don't want to feel pain. That's why most people push it down so far that they never become the same person. And that's when they run to alcohol and drugs and excess food and just give up. And I realized last night I became a stronger person. I lost my fear. And it's an amazing feeling. And to get enlightenment and lose your fear and your anger and get understanding, I wish every one of you can experience what I experienced last night. But you know what? I had to go through hell to get to heaven. And when I say last night, I was more angry than I've ever felt in my life. And I just could not, for hours, I kept imaging that dog and that yelp noise in my mind over and over again. And I just wanted to grab the person that did it and choke the life out of him. So I understand now, when I make a truth video and somebody says, oh, you're an idiot, or oh, you don't know what you're talking about, or oh, I'm going to hurt you because now you're trying to hurt me. But I'm not really trying to hurt you. You just feel hurt because your world is coming down and you're seeing things you really didn't believe were there. And then you have to look in yourself. So now I understand. So all those people out there that give me those thumbs down and made fun of me, I understand your pain, because I felt it last night and I was so angry. But you have to understand, guys, if you don't take down that curtain and see what's there, that protected world doesn't stay protected forever. And the only person you'll end up hurting is, well, you'll hurt yourself and your family. So I'm begging you guys that may not believe in something, just listen with an open mind. And I promise you, the people like me and the people that are here to spread truth are not out to sell you anything. We're not out to trick you. Now, unfortunately, some are. But you know what they say, a few bad apples spoil the tree. But we're not all crazy, lunatic, wild hair, smoking pot kind of lefties kind of people. I'm a very normal person. I have my own business. I can speak with some eloquence. I may not be a scholar, I may not be a rocket scientist, but anybody who watches my videos know I'm not some crazy lunatic. I speak rationally, and I talk about things sometimes with some extreme passion. But you notice most of my videos are like this, very calm, because there's an inner peace in me that I've never had before. And I promise you, years ago, even a year ago, I was angry at everything. I would be playing video games and watching TV, and I would get so mad at what I'd see. And I couldn't understand why. Now I do. And sometimes you have to experience that pain to just know that you're alive. Because the best way to react to something is to feel pain. You know, if you want to get somebody off a chair and they sit there like this, there's no way you can get me off. You could say whatever you want to them. You could beg, you could plead, you could whatever. And if that person doesn't want to get off, he won't get off. You want to do something to get him off? Take a cigarette, burn the person. That's not a nice thing to do, but the pain will make the person react. Pain is your body's way, and that's what I've learned as a massage therapist. Pain is your body's way of telling you something's not right. So if you hear something and it makes you hurt, think about that. That's your warning sign inside saying, pay attention to this. And that's why I really feel that even some of the people that might not like my word or might not like me, they keep coming back and watching because they really do believe part of it, but they just don't want to admit it yet because they're not ready. And I promise you, the grass is greener on the other side. And there are two roads to travel in life. There's one that's straight ahead, crystal clear, bright and sunny, nice and clean, leads to nowhere. You'll travel down that road and either have a dead end or it never ends. And eventually you get to the point where you have to walk back again. The other road will be dark, muddy, rainy, scary, trees everywhere, thorns blocking the way, twists and turns, mountains and valleys. And that's the one that brings you to your salvation. But salvation has to be earned. And if you don't earn it, there's no achievement in your life. There's no excitement. You have to go through that difficult road because you'll make it through to the other side. And it's quicker than you think. And it's a test. And it shows the people who will not be afraid and the people who are afraid. And I'll show you an example of passion. Everybody has a mailbox in front of their house. When was the last time you went to go get your mail? You open up your mailbox and you're like, oh, thank God I reached the mailbox. What an exciting day. I can't believe I did it. You don't. Why? Because you probably walk out a couple of feet, go to the mailbox, come back. Nothing. Now, let's say your mailbox is on top of Mount Everest and there's a bunch of guards around it. So first you have to get through the guards who are trying to stop you. And if you manage to get through that, you take days of trying to climb through freezing weather, watching people dead in their tracks. You slip and fall, you freeze to death. Well, not to death, but you freeze. And it's struggle, and it's harder and harder, and just when you think you can't give up, you tell yourself, no, I have to get there. And eventually you work through it, and you fight through it, and you cut yourself falling, and you get back up again, and you keep going, and eventually you get to the top, and you open up that mailbox, you're going to be damn happy you did it. And that's the difference. So the easy path is not the right path. And sometimes you have to be tested. And sometimes you have to experience pain to understand joy. And I felt that last night. And I want that for everybody. So for all the people out there that may not agree with me, is it because you think I'm a liar? Or is it because you're not ready to hear the truth? Ask yourself that question. Because I want you to have the truth. And that's why I haven't given up. I won't give up on you. I got angry before and I couldn't understand it, but as of last night, I get it. And I understand your pain and your anger. And part of it is justified because you don't want to know your world is not as good as you think it is. Just be careful about that. Because like I said, you hurt yourself and you hurt your family. And I don't think they want you to do that to them. So I hope when you're ready, you'll give me a chance to show you that that curtain, once you get past that dangerous stuff, it's a beautiful place. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace and love to everybody. Enjoy your night.